The past 18 months have been exciting and rewarding. I have learned so much from all of you. The time given each candidate was so limited, I want to take an opportunity to address many of your questions. I hope you will take a few minutes each week to hear my views on many issues that concern our members and our association. I am confident after you review my qualifications, consider my experience, and understand my vision for the PGA and our fellow members, you will decide I am the best candidate to be the next Secretary of the PGA of America. And I'm interested in what your thoughts are, so I look forward to speaking to you over the next few months before arriving in Boston in November. Please feel free to contact me anytime. I look forward to seeing all of you in Boston and becoming your next Secretary of the PGA of America.
Let's talk a little bit about membership. Ray, besides obviously employment, what do you think the biggest issue right now facing today's PGA member is, and how can the association help with that particular issue?
I'm going to say self-assessment for growth. Actually, I'm going to say a lot of things, even though I'm only supposed to say one. I'm going to give you a few, because I think they all tie in together. Self-assessment for growth is very important. I think you have to get in the habit, again, back to career consultants. You've got some of the best people out in the field to help you constantly assess your growth. And it's important that you do it on a regular basis. It's important that you do it with yourself and you do it with your employer. Time management fits into that. We all have time management issues because we are in the public relations business. We're in the people business. So even though I start out a day thinking I'm going to do this, this, and this, it doesn't always work that way because Mr. Smith grabs me out in the parking lot. So again, that's part of a really successful golf professional. You're going to see he's the guy and girl with the great people skills. Of course, we've got to continue to identify, member needs and provide simple ways for them to participate. We've got to constantly do that. But again, also, all members have to be proactive in growing their positions. And when they grow their positions, hopefully they're thinking about growing their facility.
More on the topic of membership, Ray, what are your thoughts regarding the effectiveness of the association's licensing and sponsorship agreements as far as driving benefits directly to the member?
Frank, in the past, the average members always felt like most of these member benefits were not very beneficial. They maybe didn't understand them, and when they tried to use them, they were fairly meaningless to them. I will say this is another one of those hot buttons that the staff is on top of. We've got outstanding staff working on growing and continuing to offer meaningful member benefits. So I feel very good about it. I think they understand how to drive them. They're actually telling the member and helping the member understand what these benefits do. I think it's like anything else. Again, when it's on paper, it's not necessarily you're going to understand what these benefits do. And I think the staff, section leaders, executive directors are doing a better job of helping our members understand what member benefits are. So I feel very good about the future of what's going on. We're venturing into avenues and fields that we've never had before, like health insurance, things that actually help our members. So I feel very good about it.
PGA of America is like a lot of companies, right? It mirrors that 20-80 syndrome. So how does the PGA engage the 80% right now of the membership that doesn't participate or even respond to what's being offered?
Well, like we've already talked about, there's plenty offered out there. And there's really no reason for them to participate. We've got to go local, Frank. We've got to get our professionals on a local basis in a smaller group, create some activities that pull these people together, and they may find out that they like each other, and that button may be pushed. And we've got to do it more than once. All of us, we're willing to try things, but we don't do it enough times. And I think that's the most important thing. We've got to do it over a long period of time, say a year, try 4 or 5 different activities, again on a local basis, whether it be chapter or section. And when they find out how much fun it is and also what they learn, or they may play golf, they're going to do it again. It's the old syndrome of you got to work from the bottom up. And I really think it works. But again, you've got to have the leaders, the programs in place, and the desire and the push to do it. Because it may not work the first time. We do that in our, in our everyday life as golf professionals. We create activities all the time that don't work to start with. But because we work for an employer, that doesn't mean we don't keep trying.
Give me your thoughts, Ray, on the various classifications and how they're going to influence the PGA of America, and where the association actually should even go in the future.
I believe all members should be grassroots first, which is required now. I like it. I didn't always think that way. But as I look at the way the market is going, the profession is going, I like it. I do believe that a diverse membership influences our association in a positive way, though. Like we talked about in the past, you start out with one career and you end up in another, but you're always a member. And of course, because we're diversified, this gives us much more exposure in the world of golf and just the plain world, and that can't be anything but healthy.